Final topic.
Gaming.
Yes. So,
Are they good?
are they? When you game, do you make this face?
Every day, all the time. 1-1. 17 again.
Yes, that made no sense. Anyway, so those listening, we have a thumbnail up here of a very angry gamer, not angry video gamer, just a very angry gamer. Because what I want to talk about is, when was the last time if you remember, getting really angry playing video games, and why do we come back to them, really? Because it's funny, people play games to escape, or just, to, like, people play Call of Duty, just jump in and just, like, wreck and, like, completely take their day out on people, whatever it is. But when you play games and you get angry, like, what is that? I don't get why we keep coming back. Like, for instance, I mean, growing up, I'm sure there's been instances where I got really angry at a game, but then you come back to it. But recently I played, because I'm trying to catch up with God of War, the new one that came out, so I'm replaying the whole series, and I never beat any of them, because I would have remembered. So the first one I just beat, and it's just, hold on, I want to bring up a picture here. What do I got? Okay. So, what I'm looking at here is a scene apart from God of War, and it's a tower of spikes. Now, the tower moves as these spikes comes, and they're just random, and you slowly crawl up it, and you have to dodge the blades and all that stuff, and there's one tier, and then you think you're done, and then there's one with like 3 tiers on it, or something like that. But it's so frustrating, because all it has to do is, like, touch you, like, just a bit, and you fall down. Now, the higher you are, the more damage you take, because you hit every blade as you come down.
Good, yeah.
And sometimes when it spins, if you get hit enough, or if you get hit at the right time, you go into the wall, and it's an instant death.
That's fantastic. Never playing that game.
So I actually played the game, and I got to this part, and the first time I got up the first tower maybe in like a second try. Like, I died, but then I got up again in the first try, and I thought, oh, well, that wasn't bad at all. Like, it sucked, but it was alright. I even got a trophy for it. And then you go through, you gotta fight a whole bunch of other these bad guys, and then you get to the next one. And that was so frustrating. And it's even more frustrating when you're trying to play the game in little increments of the time you have. Like, that's why I don't play The Witcher 3, and I don't really have time for, like, Final Fantasy, stuff like that, because I wanted to play Final Fantasy 15, but I knew I wouldn't have time for it, because it's just, those games I want to play in, like, large increments, but recently I have had small increments to play, like a couple hours a night or something like that. So anyway, I'm getting frustrated. I want to get further in this game. I want to beat this game. I get to this point and I can't do it. And, like, the more you try, like, the more frustrated you get, the more impatient you get, which means the worse you're going to do. And
you keep taking those chances that you're probably not supposed to take.
Exactly. So, I just couldn't do it. Like, I spent an hour on this thing, like, trying to do it. Like, I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting, just, like, pissed off. Like, I'm no longer thinking it's fun. I'm, like, thinking how angry, like, I think I talked on the podcast about this. I'm like, here you are as Kratos, right?
Yeah.
This Spartan that has, like, he's freaking, like, the best of the best. He's got, like, all this strength. And this little tiny blade just nicks you, and you fall all the way down. You just fought like these giant monsters that, like, would have punched anyone else into oblivion, and you lived, and you block it, and you're fine. This little blade just nicks you, and you fall all the way down. So I'm, like, angry at the situation. I'm like, that's, like, stupid writing, stupid program. I was like, who is this person? I just want to, like, find the person that made this and just, like, shove their face in,
into
like,
the blades.
Yeah, into the blades. So anyway, I stopped playing for like 2 weeks, and it wasn't on purpose that it was 2 weeks. I just had a lot going on.
It was on purpose.
It probably was.
It was a spite.
It was in the back of my mind that whole 2 weeks though, like, just angry. So anyway, it's a funny story, because so I come back to it knowing that I'm like, all right, I got to get through this. I have enough time today. I'm gonna do it. I have the time to do it. So then I have so much issue with the first tower, like the small one. I'm like, I must have, like, the one that I ended up with.
You've regressed.
Yeah, like, I'm like, no, don't tell me this is how I'm starting this thing. So after 10 tries, right, and die. Now the worst part about this is when you die, the checkpoint is beforehand. So you got to kill all these bosses before you get there again. Yeah. And so every time you die, you have to do the thing. You have to do all the boss battles and then get to that thing. So I'm having such a hard time. And then I finally get past it. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, I'm like, all right. Okay, at least that's a checkpoint. So I'm like, okay, all right. I got a few hours left. I can, I'll probably manage to get up to the next tower, and it'll probably take me that long. So I was like, okay. So I get to the tower. I get up, and I almost get to the top, but then I fall, and I get, shredded to pieces, and I'm like, oh my God. So then, all right, so anyway, long story short, it only took me 3 tries. And I get up the whole thing, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be, I was like, it just seemed so easy that time. But I think it was just, I timed it right, and there's a pattern to it that I just happened to get to. So anyway, I get past that. I'm in my glory. I'm happy as hell. I get to the final boss, right? I'm like, yes! Finally, progress. I'm like, here I am. I'm gonna beat the boss. Fantastic. All right, he's a little difficult.
But I've gone through worse.
You have to, so basically you get to,
let's save your family.
All right, so you get to Ares, right? And here I am thinking, all right, the last boss battle. Fantastic. All right, so you spend a while trying to figure out the pattern. You get it down, and you lose a couple times. So I'm like, all right, so maybe I spent about 45 minutes. I'm just throwing a number out there. I get it, right? I just beat it. So I'm like, yes! He finds throws the final blow. Fantastic. I'm like, yes. All right, that was a little tough, but not too bad. I'm like, finally, I beat God of War. After all these years, I finally did it. Nope.
Not at all.
You go to the next scene here, where it's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Looks ridiculous.
So here I am on a time crunch, as is. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to beat the game. So then there's a scenario where you have a chance to save your family. And it's the most tedious, ridiculous thing in the world. I just spent all my magic trying to beat Ares, right?
Yeah.
And here I am with horror. Now, your family just sits there, right? On the screen, you can see them over the circle there. They just sit there while clones of yourself try to kill them.
Oh, good.
And attack you at the same time. So you're trying to protect your family. You can heal them, but you sacrifice your health to heal them. And there's just hordes and hordes and hordes and hordes of these clones just attacking you and your family. And they do nothing. They just stand there while they're being attacked. It's like, do something.
Just punch them back.
Dude, this took me so long to do. And there's no save. You start the battle with Ares, you can save right before then, and that's it. That's all you get.
You have to fight the Ares again if you lose?
If you lose. No. I'm sorry. You can. It's a checkpoint, but you can't save it for later. And here I am on a time crunch. Now, if I lost this, I would have to fight Ares again. So I'm like, oh my God. It took me so long to do this, right? And I did want to, not rage quit where I didn't want to play the game again, but I was enough. I'm done. I just want to rest and, I want to, get my sleep and stuff like that. Oh God, it must have took me maybe 50 tries. I just feel like it was 50 tries. There's just, you had to, figure out a way to do it. Anyway, I finally do it, thinking I'm done. Nope. You got to fight Ares.
He's back.
This time the battle's a little bit different. I don't know if it's as hard. Maybe it's a little bit easier. But anyway, you that with the wife, that pissed me off so much. I was so mad, and that I literally was on my last. I'm like, no, that's it. I have to stop. I don't have any more time. I have to go. This is my last try, and that was the one I did it on. So
and that was the end?
No.
No.
Well, that was with the wife.
Okay,
and then you have to fight Ares again. So here I am again. I'm like, oh, crap. All right. So then this maybe took me 3 tries because there's a pattern you have to do. And then you can get lucky. But anyway, so I finally beat him. I finally did that. But here's the thing. I think I went over my time that I was allowed by. But I was just
it had to be done.
It pissed me off because I'm like, how could you have no save? There's no save. You have to do technically 3 boss battles in a row that are tedious, ridiculous. And then if you just like want to shut off the game, you have to do the whole thing over again. I was like, why? But anyway, Jonah, tell us some of your stories. Anyway, long story short, I beat the game.
Okay.
I'm happy. I texted out to you guys as soon as I did. Holy crap. Holy crap.
I remember that text.
Anyway, so
I think I ignored it.
Thank you. So, Jonah, tell us
okay.
This one here.
As you can see, the one I think about games that I just rage quit and came back to, it had to be the one that comes to my mind first is Kingdom Hearts 2, the secret boss fight versus Sephiroth. Kingdom Hearts 2 I played like years ago, like 10 years ago or something.
Well, I mean, freaking Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out. I feel like the game Kingdom Hearts 2 was, like 20 years ago it came out.
Yeah.
Seems like that.
Yeah, and you don't get like told that he's there to fight. You have to go to a specific place in an area at a certain point in the game, and he's there, and you fight him. And if you beat him, he gives you a Keyblade, and it's a great. I guess it's a good Keyblade. I don't remember what it was.
Better be good.
Problem is, he's got like 13 health bars, and he has like one hit kill attacks.
All right, so with all those little, like you see the long green bar up above here. Those little tiny green bars are the different long bars that you have to get through, right?
Yeah.
So
every time you get one long bar down, the one of the bottom small bars disappears and it replaces the.
And
big
we
bar.
watched a tiny little video or something like that, or a GIF of it, and every time you attack him, it just takes off like a little minute.
Yeah.
How long was this battle?
Oh, it all blends in. It was a couple days. Oh man, but I had time at the time.
Yeah, that's
it was like 2009 or something. I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was. I don't know why I kept going because I didn't have to beat this fight. I guess I just wanted that Keyblade.
Yeah. No. Well, that I guess that's. You wanted it, but it was gonna make you work for it.
Yeah, well, too much. It wasn't. I don't even think it was like the best Keyblade in the game or anything. It was just a Keyblade.
Oh, really?
Or maybe it was I don't remember. It was. He was an annoying fight. Every time he jumped up and he like charged his like one-winged angel attack or something.
Yeah.
You have to dodge that or you're dead.
I hate that. I hate when.
And I rarely dodged it because I sucked. So yeah, eventually he got me down. I kept dying and I quit and I was like, you know what? I'll just do that later. And then I did it like a couple days later.
I was gonna say, did you ever go back to it?
Yeah, I went back. I beat it.
Nice.
And then just I just swore never to do it again. Then I beat it for my sister like a month later.
Was she like threatening to like break the game if you didn't do it?
No, I was showing off that I was really good at video games. So I had to basically prove to her that I could beat Sephiroth.
And you did it blindfolded.
Yeah,
upside down.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I could beat Sephiroth. This is no big deal.
Inverted controls.
And then I had trouble, and I'm like, yeah, just my hands are cramping. So yeah, there's that. And more recently, but not that recent, I also remember this flying guy.
This lovely looking thing.
In Shadow of the Colossus. So none of the boss fights in this game are particularly difficult. You just climb them, stab them a couple times, jump off, do it again.
All right, so quick question. Is this game boring? Like, to me, I think it looks boring. That's why I never got it. People crave about the game or rave about the game.
Yeah.
But it looks boring.
I don't think it's boring. It's you really need to get into the atmosphere of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the fact that you can just keep going from one boss to the next, to the next, to the next. And it's just like points you to where you need to go. And there's no side things you really need to do. You don't have to like find this guy over there to give him like a herb you picked over from there.
So are these boss battles just big puzzles that you gotta, or do you just fight them in the same way?
Well, you have to figure out how to like go about fighting them.
So the flying thing, you had to jump on it at a certain point?
Yeah, he gets... I think it's this one. He gets close to the ground, and then gets close to your rock. I think you're like in the middle of the water. And you jump on him. You have to... And you have stamina. You're climbing on him, and then you stab him in a certain spot, eventually he'll knock you off. But me, being just the worst, I kept losing my stamina because I don't know how to play games, and then I'm not holding on because I'm trying to move somewhere else. I step off and fall off, and you know.
Is it because, like, is it like a patience thing? Like to me with the tower, for instance, like,
No,
I just kept losing like okay, instead of like okay, I get it, you can like slowly do it, or you can jump, and like at certain times I just wanted to just freaking run up the damn thing.
It might be something to do with patience because at some points you're able to like stop holding on and just move over. But if you stop holding on at a certain point and he's about to like do something, you get knocked off. And sometimes I'm just like mistiming it and just.
So your concentration was not there.
That was just.
Or you just suck. That's what you're saying.
A little of both. I sucked and then I got mad. So I quit that for like 5 months. I never came back. Then I came back and I beat it, and then I was like, it wasn't that hard.
It must have been.
It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah. So okay. So the next one, which is
ties into our first topic.
Yes.
So the only Smash Bros. Game I ever really played extensively was Super Smash Bros. 64, and and at the time I didn't like look up anything online for video games. I just had this game, I played it, and I got through this whatever story mode they had, arcade. I don't know what it was, endurance mode, and at the end, Master Hand shows up, and that was freaky as hell, and also I had no idea what I was supposed to do, and he kept killing me every single time. And I have no idea how old I was. That was a long time ago.
You were a weed lad.
I was a weed lad.
All you had was Yoshi's Cookie. That's your only game
Yoshi's Cookie.
It's your only game
that should be on there. Yoshi's Cookie. But yeah.
The inside joke is that was the only game Jonah owned for like years.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I wanted a Game Boy Color or something because of Pokemon Red and Blue. And my dad got me Game Boy Color. But he got me Yoshi's Cookie.
With no Pokemon.
It gave me like a game with a bunch of mini games, and one of them was Yoshi's Cookie. So there's that. And I got fairly proficient at Yoshi's Cookie. But whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, this thing. Yeah, this it does like a finger gun attack. It does a slam attack. And they always got.
Remember it well. So on this like topic, because we just gave like instances of being angry at a game, but then you still come back and you beat it. Like, it's funny because it'll make you angry, but when you beat it, you're like, wow. I think it's really just the like the feeling of victory.
Yeah,
makes you want to come back. Like, I never rage quit a game where I never played Dark Souls. I watched my brother play Dark Souls. And I just looked at it and I was like, that's just a game I'm not going to play.
Yeah.
Like I think he actually, my brother rage quit. He rage quit that game where he never picked it up again. He gave it back. It was actually hilarious watching him. I felt bad for him, but yeah. I mean, he was...
I probably would have rage quit Bloodborne if I didn't cheat my way to level 150.
Yeah, well, Bloodborne I played for about an hour and a half.
And you're waiting until Halloween.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how, like, I'm just kind of figuring it out. And that in the very beginning, this wolf thing kept killing me. I'm like, okay.
The Cleric Beast, I remember that.
Is that what that is?
Killed him in 3 hits.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to just make me feel awesome.
I'm here now.
So, anyway, yeah, I'll say that.
Actually,
I'll say that play later.
We could probably co-op together, I think. It's really convoluted, these kind of games, how to co-op. You need to like have a chalice and then summon, and then I go and hope I join you. Anyway,
that's great. That sounds easy. That alone will make me rage quit.
And then I could kill your boss for you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the only time I ever rage quit, I think, was just because I didn't like the game. Not because I was like angry at it. Because I was like, yeah, this isn't a game for me, I guess.
Or if they have like really bad controls.
Well, yeah, like you were saying, a Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, Dark Tournament for PS2. It's like a fighting game,
and
it's got the worst controls. There was this one. I remember this one level where it's like in the anime, he's learning how to do like an attack from Genkai, his teacher.
Yeah.
And in the game, it's like a training level where you have to do combos, and the next combo happens after you beat this one, and then this one, and then this one. But eventually, they started getting so complicated. But at the same time, the controls were so unresponsive and slow.
Yeah.
It won't really pick up what you're putting in. So you do this,
Yeah.
And then you do that.
You want a good challenge? Go play Resident Evil 1 and 2, I guess, from like the PS2 era or PS1 era. I'm sorry. Now that the remake's coming out, it's just because those, like with controls and stuff, like those were great when they first came out. Like they're just like, oh my god. I mean, I will still play them today. I love them, but it's just like I'm just curious to see what someone would think of that control now, because some of the times you can't even see. Like when you move, you're like, kind of like, you know, like you're very blocky and stiff.
For those on podcast, he was imitating tank controls where you moved with the left.
Yeah. Anyone that knows Resident Evil knows what I was talking about. It's just funny. Yeah, so but yeah, that's basically it. I can't think, like God of War I think was the first time in a long time where I was just like so like I was angry at the situation. Mm-hmm. I was angry at the like why, basically. I want to say, I guess, just the situation. I didn't say the game, but I wasn't angry at the game. I was angry at the person making me do this.
I was angry at myself for failing
because it was like, it was so insane. Like, it was just like, why? Why are you doing this? But you know what? In the end, it makes sense because literally, like, the way Kratos' story is, it's just like, he's frustrated, so angry. Like by the time you beat the game, you're as angry. Yeah, you're right there with him. Like you're as angry as can be.
I get it now, Kratos.
Yeah,
I get it.
I get it. So I guess it was genius. And when I beat it, like it was so weird. Like I felt there wasn't that relief. There was that like, I did it. I did it. Like you felt like Kratos. Like it wasn't like, oh my god, wow. You're just kind of like, I did it, but why? But it was awesome.
Worth it.
So I'm glad I'm actually very excited to play the second one. I didn't get a chance to yet. But anyway, let us know what games, I want to say not rage quit, but games that you were so angry about. And what is it that makes you come back? And I mean, do you just play games to escape? And if it does make you angry, does that just, because some people will rage quit. Like if a game makes them angry, they won't come back to it. They're like, this is not why I want to play.
If you rage quit and then came back and beat it after more trouble, was it worth the trouble?
Yeah, that's exactly true. Well, that's pretty much it, my friend.
Mine was worth the trouble. I got a Keyblade, maybe.
Yeah, that's just a side mission that sounds tedious.
It was terrible. Anyway.
I mean, that's kind of what you would think when you think of 360 of what we did for achievements.
Yeah. Although, I can't really fault Kingdom Hearts too much, just because that wasn't a necessary boss. It was a secret boss that gave you a secret weapon.
But you got angry at it.
I was fucking pissed off. Excuse me. Sorry, children.
You've hurt the microphone.
Children, I'm so sorry.
Anyway, we ran out of time, but thanks for watching and or listening. Let us know if you have any comments that you want to throw at us. We'll answer them, usually on our YouTube and Twitter. Yeah, so that's it. And we record these so far on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So if you have anything you want us to, talk about, let us know in the comments below.
In the comments below.
Anyway, I'm John for Cartridge Blast Gamers.
I'm Blast. And welcome to Tim and Eric.
Jonah has gone bye-bye. That is Jonah.
Hey! We had a joke earlier where he introduced himself as Cartridge and I was... Never mind.
It was off camera. And no one knew about that. So, Jonah, you just seem like you something happened to you.
I don't know.
It seemed like the person controlling you is rage quitting right now. So, anyway, thanks for watching and or listening.
I'm Jonah.
This is Jonah, yeah. Stay awesome. And as Bill and Ted always say, be excellent to each other. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Boo! Boo! Can I have sound effects in?
Yeah, you just did.